Howdy folks, welcome back. Happy Friday. We're gonna do a little bit of a fun video today to close out the week. And today, the topic is, what is in my Minuteman bag? So that's right, we have a Sojourn Gear Minuteman bag. And this is for entertainment purposes, this video, just a disclaimer. So the reason I'm doing this video is really just to highlight the awesome work going on over at Sojourn Gear and all the amazing products that they're putting out. So don't take this too seriously as far as the contents of the bag, the Minuteman bag, right? So the idea is that it's a quick grab and go bag that if you need to go on a minute's notice, you got all the stuff ready to go, right? And the premise was Sojourn Gear worked with, I believe it was Pastor Joe over at Viking Preparedness, Pastor Joe Fox, on the design of the bag. So the impetus is that you want to have a bag that will hold your rifle mags, a bottle of water, maybe a medical kit, and a rifle maintenance kit, cleaning kit. So that's what they list as the intention on the website. So we decided to take that idea and expand on it. Really, the reason I got this bag was not for a quote-unquote Minuteman bag, it was for a totally different purpose. But for this initial video and just for the fun of it, I figured we'd take that idea and run with it. Obviously, there's more in here than just a couple magazines and a water bottle and a cleaning kit. And I did take full advantage of the capacity and the size of the kit. So might have went a little over the top, but again, I'm not a Minuteman or a professional whatever. This is just supposed to be fun and a highlight of this amazing bag. And I'm gonna take it out and show you all the contents of it. I find, apart from, you know, your rifle, your main implement, the thing that this thing is supposed to support, I like to always have some form of, you know, a handkerchief or something like this. There's so many uses for something like a handkerchief or a shamag. And being that I did not include one of these in the bag, I just kind of have it dangling out. Now you could use this as a, to, you know, conceal your identity, if you will. You can use it to filter water. There's a lot of, really the reason I carry this around, because I drape it over my head, because I don't always like to put a bunch of chemicals on my skin, you know, sunblock. So this is a really good sun cover down here in sunny Florida. But without further ado, we're gonna use this shamag and set it down here on the floor, and then we're gonna set the bag down here and lay out all the contents so you can see how I pack my Minute bag. That's the purpose of the video, what's in my Minute bag. So check it out. All right, we should be in view now. So here is the Minuteman bag up close. You can see this thing is pretty much packed to full capacity. Everything is on the inside with the exception of this little dangler thing here for gloves. It's got the main strap, which is padded, and then the side strap. And really I kind of go back and forth between this being on my side and my back, depending on the activity. Got to get it kind of cinched up to actually run with it. Yes, I have tried running with it. It does work. But we'll just take that off. But you can see the quality of the material, the stitching, construction of the buckles is excellent. There you can see the little Sojourn Gear, made in the USA. It's got these little loops here for tying things down, if you will, or you can reconfigure the side straps, which is nice. Go ahead and opening up, you can see there's some quick access items here at the very top. We have some eye protection here. Now I'm wearing my prescription sunglasses, which I almost always wear, which are very dark due to my sensitive eyes. But it is advisable to have some safety glasses for if you have to move around at night. I can tell you, as somebody who has spent a lot of time in the woods, it's easy to get eye injuries. Most of the injuries I've had in my adult life have been eye injuries. And I've actually almost had my eyes pecked by house wrens before. Troglodytes adon is the technical name for that bird, but they're very, very aggressive when you come around their nests. And so you can get a stick in the eye. Had it happen before. Safety glasses. Here we have an Energizer, just a little headlamp. This is a quality headlamp I found. I've had this a number of years. Takes 3 AAA batteries. Does have the red light for kind of a low visibility, I guess, work, if you will. But that little headlamp there. Here is a Vortex just a little scope for observation. I've had this for a number of years. It's, I believe, I don't remember what the magnification, yeah, 10 by 25. It's the little solo vortex. There's better videos, or there's good video reviews of this out there. I know somebody asked me to do a video on this like 6 months ago, and I told them I would. Never really got around to it. I feel kind of bad about that, but I'll put a link down in the description to a little review by another channel on this. This is a nice little scope. Here's a tiny little thing of just insect repellent, very important down here in Florida. The mosquitoes and ticks are really over the top this year, especially the ticks. Just a little public service announcement. Ticks are reported at an all-time high this year, so good to protect yourself from ticks, carry Lyme disease, other things. Here's a little Right in the Rain pad with a little just Fisher Space Pen. I tend to lose this thing or can't see it at night, so I did put some little paint marks on it for visibility, and I have it tied to the, oh, well, that's a fail. Okay, we'll have to redo that. It was tied to the Right in the Rain pad, but obviously that was a fail. We have a 5-hour energy, and then here is a Blue Force Gear micro trauma kit. So obviously, you know, the intention of the Minuteman bag, I set it up with that spirit in mind. So having a little kind of, you know, a trauma kit, if you will, if you were to experience trauma, you can go to the Blue Force Gear and check out everything that comes in the micro trauma kit. It's touted as one of the smallest first aid kits or trauma kits out there, meant to be worn on a duty belt or a police belt or something. You go to their website, you'll see that a lot, but just wanted a little trauma kit as space is limited here. So here is poncho and some cordage. Those of you out there can think of all the things you can do with a poncho and some cordage. I don't think I need to go into that on this basic preparedness channel, but if you need to know, I guess leave a comment and I can answer your questions down below. But paracord, poncho. Now this is a very cool piece of kit right here. I like this a lot. It does have some problems, and I'll probably do an individual video on this, but this is the No Burn hoodie from Kettle. And this is an actual 30 SPF rated shirt. I don't exactly know how that works, but I can tell you that I did have this on me in my car one day when I got caught visiting some friends at a farm, when I only had a tank top on and no sunscreen, and I started to get burnt up, and I put this on. This is a lightweight, very breathable garment to be worn in hot weather, believe it or not. It's long sleeve, but it's gray, so it's a really great way if you want to be, let's just say, incognito or discreet, to have this in there. Let's say you're have your Minuteman bag to do Minuteman things, and you need to go ditch it and become, you know, quote unquote, the gray man. Here's a gray hoodie to allow you to do so again. And the great thing about this, why it's such a great piece of kit, it really cinches up. I mean, it'll go in a magazine pouch, I've found. If you're wearing a certain type of chest rig or something, it can go in one of the little magazine pouches. It's very compact. You can get this to really scrunch up. So the Kettle No Burn hoodie. And then we have just a chem light, just to have another form of light. Here is a rifle cleaning kit and maintenance kit from Sojourn Gear. Let's see, and we'll do a separate video on this because there's some very unique things about this kit that make it a little bit more all-encompassing versus just the standard, you know, rod and brush kit. So cool little thing. Waterproof that up as well as the main bag, and again, another piece of awesome gear from Sojourn Gear. And then here is a Cliff Energy bar. There's a little bit of sustainment, if you will. And then in the main pouch here, you can see there is a standalone compartment for a water bottle that's got its own shock cord. You can cinch it down, and instead of like a water bottle, like a plastic water bottle, I actually have a stainless steel single-walled canteen, water bottle, whatever you want to call that. The great thing about this is that you could boil water in this. You could cook in this. So not just a you know, plastic bottle which has limited use. This is actual a single wall 304 stainless steel canteen. So a lot of capability there, and so we included it in the Minuteman kit. here is a little just kind of sustainment kit. So there's a lot in here actually. You could probably see that up close. I might do a separate video. I'm not going to go take this all apart right now. There's a lot in here. There is a regular first aid kit. There's electrolyte packets. There is clear eyes, eye drops to clean out your eyes, a Bic lighter, waterproof matches, Advil, water purification tablets, aqua tabs. There's a cravat in there, some Vaseline gauze, a lot of stuff in here actually. I don't know if you can see that right there, but there's actually a Leatherman PST2. So I have scissors and a backup knife, if you will, you know, tweezers, actual needle nose pliers. So a lot in this little sustainment kit to keep you going. And those little electrolyte packets there from Squincher actually have a little bit of caffeine in there. Funny story about Squincher electrolyte packets. I have cases of those because a company I used to work for makes one of the ingredients that goes into it. So we got a case of them. Of course, I'm trying to do a video, so we have aircraft going overhead. We don't have a lot left to go here because all that's left is the triple magazine pouch for Sojourn gear. And I have, I don't know if you can see that, 2 magazines. And I have a code system. I label all my magazines, so you know, there's a very specific reason, like this is the soft point 3. So if you think these are law enforcement, federal, tactical soft point, meant to be less penetrative than a lot of other rounds. And then this is another coding here. So 2 full magazines, AR magazines, with 2 different types of ammo to do 2 different types of job, if need be. Again, this is all theoretical. And then in the third one, I have my radio. I'm sure you were expecting some high speed, you know, prepper radio, Baofeng, but nope. This is what we use on the property. These are perfectly good. You know, if I'm not using the cell phone, alternate form of communication, if you will. And these little Midland radios work really well around the property. And that's it. We have a business card from Sojourn Gear where he thanks you in your first name. We won't show you what my first name is here. Some of you know it, some of you don't, but great company, Sojourn Gear. Again, the whole purpose of this video is not to give you an idea on a Minuteman kit or a survival kit, although that's the fun aspect of it. Really, it's to highlight the great work going on over at Sojourn Gear. Another thing I can say, I've ordered a lot of things from Sojourn Gear now, and every single time I put in an order, the order is confirmed within an hour. And every single time the order is shipped out the next morning. So I've always ordered on weekdays. I don't know if that makes a difference, but like clockwork, the order is confirmed and shipped out the next morning every time, whether I spent hundreds of dollars or $20. The customer service and the service is the same. Sojourn Gear, quality people, quality kit. Can't say enough about them. If you have any questions about what's in my Minuteman bag, leave it down in the comment section below. Again, this is just supposed to be fun and maybe an idea generator, if you will. So that's what's in my Minuteman bag. P.S. I know some of you listening were probably like, where's his tourniquet? It's in my back pocket. Where's his knife? Well, that's in my front part. Where's his pistol? Well, that's right here. So that stuff is on my body.